Yo, what's up everybody? So, in this video I just wanna talk about how I deal with stress and tilt in fighting games. I speak as a competitor myself, but I'm sure this advice can help you even if you're a casual, and no matter the skill level, I think you should just consider what I'm about to tell you. Okay, so the first topic I want to talk about is insulting players just because you don't like how they play, you don't like their playstyle, you don't like their character. So, of course, I speak, you know, I speak personally, like I have experience doing all of these things, and I think it was really bad for my mental and even just for how I act as a person in general. So I'm gonna give you some quick examples. I play Street Fighter 6, right? I really don't like the matchup against Cammy, for example. And as soon as I went into ranked and maybe I got Cammy as an opponent, I already started complaining, like, oh my god, this guy is like plays such a stupid character. I'm gonna get scammed, blah 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 blah. So already I started off the game with a bad mentality. Instead of focusing on what the options of the character were, I just focused on complaining about the character. So that is really bad. And that's just point one. Imagine you're playing against this guy and he does a weird choice. Like he does a weird reversal that you would never expect, and in your head it was a bad choice to make, but it works for him, and you start screaming like, oh my god, you're such a moron, why would you do that? You know, and you start flaming him for a choice he made that worked, by the way. Do you know how crazy that is? You, or like me, you, anyone who does this, thinks that was a stupid idea and starts insulting them for something that worked for him, you know? So definitely if someone does something you don't expect, you should just shut up. Don't comment on that even if you think it's really stupid. And just keep focusing on the gameplay, you know? Also, if you lose to that guy and you start saying, oh my god, I lost to this guy, he's the worst player ever, you know, he had no idea what he was doing and I still lost. He only beat me with gimmicks, he doesn't know how to play the game. All of these things, you have to remember, you're not playing against an NPC. There's another person behind the screen and he has the same exact will to improve as you. He also was trying to win, and maybe that's just his playstyle. And maybe even if he is not as good as you, quote unquote, which who are you to say that since you lost against him, you know? You should really just consider that there's another person behind the screen and they wanna get good or win the game just as much as you. I realized this after I went to my first international offline event. You know, I went to UFA this year. It's the first time I left my country for you know, a tournament, and I was so shocked because like I could see all the players I used to go against in ranked online, which I never seen or even told to, and I just kept insulting them because I kept losing and I got tilted because of their playstyle. But then I just saw them next to me. Like imagine we were playing one next to each other, and there were also people just like me trying to play the game, trying to better themselves as players, trying to have fun, trying to win. You know, so that just made me realize that you should not just insult someone because you lost to them, because first of all, again, there's someone too, you know, they're just like you. You're both humans, both playing the same game, both having the same hobby. And you just tilt thinking about what the opponent did that made you tilt, instead of thinking about how to counter it the next time. So you should really stop doing that. I think this is the most important thing you could do to stop tilting, and I can't stress this enough. Just just consider the fact that there's someone else, you know? That will make you stop tilting much faster. And over time, I think, if you keep like acknowledging that, you know, you're not alone, it will make you stop doing it like entirely. So the second topic I want to talk about is definitely taking breaks. I think this is something you should do always, even to avoid tilting in the first place, not also to just chill out after tilting. So I'm gonna give you like a few scenarios. The first one is, okay, let's take this in consideration. Has it ever happened to you that you're playing ranked, for example, or customs or anything, you've been playing for a long period of time, like maybe you've been playing for 40 minutes straight, and you're playing well, you know, you're happy with how you're playing, you're happy with your performance, you know, you just want to keep going. And then something snaps, just randomly, out of the blue, maybe you don't even notice it, and you start losing, and you get tilted. You're like, oh my god, why is this happening? You know, I was playing so well. This game is random, you know? And you just start making up excuses because subconsciously you're not actually thinking about the game anymore. You lost your focus, your body, your mind, your hands maybe, you know, they can't handle the pressure anymore of like just over and over just gaming, you know, and thinking like this game is stressful. Like Street Fighter 6 is a very stressful game. You have so many things to think about. There's a lot of reaction checks, so many technical things you need to do, like perfect parry, reacting to drive impact, whatever. It takes a toll on you. It actually takes a toll on you. So you should do this. I think it's really important just to even try it. Maybe play a session again like you normally would, but look at what time you started. And then, as soon as you start playing bad or losing, or again losing focus, look what time it is, and then stop completely. Note this down, note this timestamp down. I started, I don't know, I'm gonna give you an example. Now it's 1 PM, and then I start tilting or like playing bad or whatever at 1:30 PM. So I'm gonna write down 30-minute time in which I can play. I put a timer on my phone, you know, open your phone, go on timer, put 30 minutes, click start, and as soon as the phone rings, you finish your game if you're in game, and then you stop playing for a bit. I don't know, you go somewhere, you take a walk, you eat a snack, you drink, you piss, you poo, anything. Like, I'm not saying this to like make you laugh. Anything, just do something else, even for a short time, you know, 5 minutes, minimum 5 minutes, bro. Like, literally, you can go smoke a cigarette if you smoke, you can go, I don't know, do anything just for 5 minutes, take your mind off the game, and then come back, and I'm sure you're gonna be able to keep playing more without tilting because you're playing bad and not focusing anymore. So this is the first scenario of taking breaks. The second scenario can also be connected to the topic I talked about before about insulting people. As soon as you get tilted, even if the timer hasn't like stopped, don't queue again. Rage queuing is the worst thing you could do ever. It takes a toll on you. Each day it adds up. I'm not kidding. So there's this guy, you know, I'm not gonna name names, but he's my friend, and every time, like most of the time, not every time, someone adds him on Discord. It's like, yo bro, you wanna play? He's like, no bro, I just lost 50 points in ranked, you know, I have to get them back. Like, oh my god. And then an hour passes, you're like, you add him again, yo bro, wanna play now? I'm 200 points down, I'm gonna uninstall this game, I'm not worth anything. Bruh, do you see what I mean? You tilted because you lost some points, and instead of stopping, you kept playing because you wanted them back, but you weren't thinking about playing well, you were thinking about winning for points. You know? Playing well, playing for points. It's two separate things. And most of the time, playing for points doesn't make you play well, and it makes you tilt. Meanwhile, playing to play well, even if you lose, you don't really care because you're trying things out and you're just trying to play to like well, you know. So again, as soon as you start tilting, even if the timer is not up, stop. Stop, 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 stop. So, the last topic I want to talk about is kinda weird because it's not for everyone, okay? It's not for everyone. But there's some people like me who put way too much self-worth into the game, you know, as a person. So, imagine your goal is like 2000 MR. Maybe you barely reached it the last phase, and now you're struggling like, oh, I can't get it. All my friends reached it, meanwhile I'm still the only one behind. Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the worst thing you could ever do as a competitor, because it kills your self-growth. You don't start realizing the small steps that you've improved in, that you did to get there to where you are, because there's always someone better than you. And instead of looking at yourself, your progress, you look at someone else's that got there maybe faster than you. This is something that I struggle so much with, and other than tilting me, it makes me also really sad, like outside the game, you know. Me, physically as a person, you know, the one you're looking at, not me as a player, makes me super sad and disappointed in myself. So comparison is your worst enemy, okay? Also, something you could do to strengthen your mental is having other hobbies other than the game. Again, I said maybe other people already do. Like me in particular, I don't. I really like this. Basically, the only thing I do in life, and it's taking a toll on me overall. You know, because maybe when I don't feel like playing the game, I don't do anything. I'm a sloth. Like I just waste my day instead of doing something productive, and that like worsens my mood and makes me play worse in game. You know, so it makes me get tilted very easily. So yeah, this is like a really short last point, but it's something that helps you the most outside of the game as well, in my opinion. So yeah, this was the whole video. Like I don't want to make an outro because like I don't do this for content. I'm trying to do this to like help people. The way thinking about these things helps me. So yeah, have a good day guys, and remember, take breaks.